Let's face it, unless you're doing nothing but wood carvings, your shop is probably going to be a noisy and dusty environment. A wood shop at home is not the most neighbor-friendly or family-friendly entity. So it's critically important that you take into account those who share your living space and close neighbors as well. Isolate your shop as best you can. You want to be as secluded as possible. The best option is to locate in a separate structure on your property, like a garage or backyard shed or old barnyard, if possible. If that's not available, would a basement workshop do? If you have the space, you can make it work, but you'll want to do your best to keep as much of the noise and dust inside the shop itself and not all over your home. If you're in the basement, you'll want to insulate the walls and ceiling and place your machines on rubber mats to minimize any vibration. Install a dust collector and be sure to sweep up and vacuum your shop regularly. The same applies to working from a garage or a shed. It's all about minimizing the effects on others as far as noise and dust is concerned. Locating your shop in a separate building is optimal for your family, but less favorable for close neighbors. And of course, it's always good to remain on the best of terms with those neighbors. That's because just one bad neighbor can make your life a living hell. So do your best to operate under the radar. Nobody needs to know about your business, but if you disrupt their peace of mind, you can bet on them disrupting your business. Use common sense. Don't fire up your shop at the crack of dawn, and don't turn your driveway or yard into a storage area for raw materials or disposal bins. Streamline your operation. Instead of setting up a shop that's capable of doing anything, set it up to only produce what you want to sell. That makes sense, doesn't it? You don't need every woodworking machine known to humankind, and you don't need to be fixing your car in your shop. You possibly need just one or two pieces of equipment. Get them and conserve your space, because one thing's for certain, there'll come a time when you wish you had more space to work or to store materials or finished products. Focus on that which you want to create and outfit your shop accordingly. I got started in one room of a basement with nothing more than a Shopsmith Mark V multi-purpose machine. But once I narrowed down the initial product line, it became quite clear that a quality table saw would have been a wiser startup choice for my business. Of course, that's not to say you cannot succeed with a Shopsmith, because you can. It's about investing wisely in your business and making the most of whatever you have. Start small and grow. I know you can do it because I did it, and I'm happy to share my experience with you here on YouTube. Consider this. What one machine is most critical for your planned operation? If you're building custom cabinets like me, you'll get the most mileage out of a sturdy table saw. If you're making bandsaw boxes, your number one most critical piece of machinery should be a bandsaw. If you're crafting letters, names, and signs, maybe your preference is a scroll saw or a heavy-duty router and table. Establish a layout that works for whatever space you have to work in. Some things to consider are efficiency, portability, functionality, and noise. Do not locate your router table directly under your parents' bedroom, for example. If your choices are severely limited, try to limit this kind of operation to daylight hours. One big factor in efficiency is to only buy the materials you need for short production runs. Once complete, ship your products out as quickly as you can to make way for the next run. Build workbenches on retractable heavy-duty wheels or have them fold down from the wall. Retractable casters can also be used on various machines as well. Being able to move equipment around is quite helpful in any confined space. Remember, when it comes to setting up a home-based woodworking business, it helps to separate your shop from your family's living quarters, while not being too close to your neighbors where you could be perceived as an annoyance. Limit your tools and equipment to that which can get your specific projects completed now, and conserve space when you lay out your shop. These are 3 key points to keep in mind from the start to help you on your way.